Hi, I'm going to show you how to make a Fibonacci spiral. So I currently have a sketch here. If I didn't have a sketch, I could click Create Sketch, and then I would have to click this plane. But I'm going to double click this, and my sketch is on the top plane. I can view from the top like it's a piece of paper that I'm drawing two-dimensional shapes on. So the Fibonacci sequence goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Correct? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing a square that is 1 by 1. Then I'm going to draw a square next to it. I can click 1 by 1 and make it a little bit larger than it. Then I'm going to draw a square above here that is 2 by 2. Okay, I can zoom out with 2 fingers on my trackpad. I now draw a square. I want to make sure I have a corner rectangle, right? Click, make it 3 by 3. As I'm clicking around, I'm making sure the rectangle is not making any other constraints that I wouldn't want it to be lined up with. Like if I had an endpoint lining up with another endpoint, that would change the size to not be the size that I wanted. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So I'm going to make this 5 by 5. And then you could go for one more, right? Then we have 8, 8. Okay. So now I have these squares that are getting larger and larger. They spiral out. I want to use an arc tool, and the arc that you want to use is the center point arc. Okay, I'm going to start with this center point here. And since these first two are 1 inch, the radius of these arcs are 1 inch. Okay, so the center point is right here. The radius point is here. Right now, it has a lot of constraints that are defined, and it says there's kind of multiple constraints. I can go and I can go back and kind of delete some of those constraints later and get rid of the red that it's having difficulties solving. So I'm going around and clicking kind of the center point of the arcs that I want, and then I make this Fibonacci spiral. Now, there's a lot of constraints on this, and the program's a little confused. Okay, these are geometric constraints. You had dimensioning constraints before. Now it's geometric. I'm going to show all constraints here. I'm going to click on a constraint, and I can press delete. I can just keep on deleting some of these until I can get rid of all of the red. Okay. So now I have the Fibonacci spiral. We see a lot of constraints and dimensions on it right now. I can hide my constraints. Right? If I press check, I'm done with the sketch. All of those dimensions go away. It's still exactly those sizes, right? CAD gives us accuracy and precision. And here's my Fibonacci spiral.